Well, hey you guys, how you doing today? So first of all, TBH, I had a totally different video plan for today. I was going to take you guys shopping along with me at Target because there's a bunch of new drugstore makeup that just came out and I want to get my sticky little paws on them. But I was looking at my makeup vanity, like desk area, and I was looking at this basket of makeup that is it's just kind of random, and I've collected it throughout the last couple months and I haven't really given these products like a really good try. And I was like, before I buy any more makeup, let me dive into these goodies. So we're gonna be trying them today. We're just gonna be hanging out. So grab your coffee, you know I got mine, and check out these products. I'm gonna try the newer, it's a month old, but in like makeup world, that means it's like 2 years old, but it's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Pressed Powder Foundation. I just picked up at Ulta. I just got chocolate on my fingers because I am having a coconut mocha and I made a mess. I'm also going to be trying the Sigma Cinderella Palette. I have used it one time, so I have some stuff to say about it, but there's a whole other, I haven't given it like a full try yet. So the Kaleidos Lip Clay lippy that I got during Black Friday. So I seriously need to dive in. I got some other stuff too. So I need to dive into these products. We need to see how they are and if I can move on with my life or not, or if they need to be added into my daily routine. I don't know. So if you too have a basket of random makeup you've slowly been purchasing and you haven't gotten around to using yet, this is your sign to go grab those products and start using it along with me. And tell me what it is. Tell me if there's any new buys that you've gotten, that you've bought. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. If you happen to be new here, then you can subscribe if you wanna see more from me, but I know most of you checking in right now are my OG subscribers, people that have been with me for a while, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to drop in and see how it's going in my makeup world. So without further ado, I'm ready to dive into this, and if you are too, then let's go, boo, boop. Okay, I just finished doing my brows because I didn't have any new brow products that I haven't used yet. I am going on a bit of a brow journey, a brow quest, if you will, this year to try to find like some new favorites because I'm having trouble with the like whole brow glue lamination. I'm using a different situation. I'm using that Uma Beauty one that I got from Walmart with a little bit of my CoverGirl micro pencil. I'm not replacing this. I love this, but I'm just trying to find like find my groove. But I am going to be trying the new e.l.f. ones because there's 2 new e.l.f. products. I was only able to find the Brow Freeze. It finally came back in stock online at Ulta, so I'm waiting for that order to come. And then Target has the new brow soap, so that's what one of the products was that I was gonna go try to hunt down with you guys. So that to be continued, but I wanna dive into this palette first. Okay, here's the thing. I have used this product one time before, but the shades that I used were the ones with the black base in it. And for my slightly hooded eyes, I don't love metallic shadows with the black base in it because it just doesn't look the way I want it to look, I guess I could say. It like creates like a weird cast and a weird shadow that just doesn't look great on my eyes, in my personal opinion, for me. So I want to use like the other side of the palette. I was using this side, and I believe it was Bippity Boppity Boo, which is the shade I was drawn to the most. It's purple, but you'll see it has like this black shift to it. It has a black base to it, and it was a little disappointing. I guess I couldn't really tell in pictures that it did that. And then even One of a Kind, I believe, has like a really gray shift to it. Yeah, you see that. So I want to get some more use out of the palette, go play with it, but yeah, you can really tell in the swatches how dark it looks, and I was just hoping for more of a pretty purple. So I think I'm gonna try more of the neutral shades today. I know, who is she using neutrals? I never use neutrals, but oh, these blues look so pretty too, but I'm not that today. Oh, that's really pretty. But maybe I'll do this as like pop of color. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get to playing. Let's find out what happens. Okay, just primed my eyes with the eye primer, and I didn't even show you this palette if you haven't seen it yet. So again, Sigma Cinderella, it says the Princess Cinderella palette. I wonder if they're gonna do more princess palettes, but this is the packaging. I thought it was just done so beautifully. It's kind of like more of a grown-up version than some other princess collabs that we've seen. You can see all the little imprints in there with the shoe and the nice. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, Dream Dressmakers, before I swatched it, was Gus and Jacques, where, well, right there. So cute. And then it did come with this little double-ended brush. I think it's around $50 for the palette. Has the flat brush on there. Does it say what numbers these usually are? Yeah, E54 and then the E38, which I love that they did a brush like that. Sigma's known for their brushes, so I know this brush is going to be good. I'm going to use it. But that is really cool because they did. So if you like that brush and you want to get the full size of it, that's so smart. I don't know why more companies don't do that. Like ABH, you know, they always throw in these weird brushes, but they used to have good brushes too. That was that. The outer carton looks the same. And then this was the little, you know, protector sleeve in there, which is really pretty too. I just think it's like a little extra mile. This was the most like pretty and unique palette that I personally have seen come from Sigma in a really long time. And it's just my personal preference that I don't like those shades that are black base, which has been really hard because I have this other goal. I have a couple goals for this year, right? I have my finding different brow products that I really like and then trying more small indie brands, one a month at least I'm gonna be featuring. So I really want to try some of these multi-chrome brands. There's so many that it's kind of overwhelming. And then and when I get too overwhelmed with something, I just hide and don't do it. So I'm trying to find ones that I want to try out, but a lot of them are black base. And after trying this one, now I'm so nervous because they look so incredibly beautiful. And by the way, while I am talking and blending, I am using this pumpkin shade at the moment. And I guess I'm gonna be creating a halo eye look because that's what I started doing. I didn't know exactly where I was going with this, but that's just where my intuition, I guess, is leading me. So anyways, I really want to get some multi-chromes, but all of the ones that are more intense just look like they have a black base to it. So I'm trying really hard to make sure that I want to try at least one with a black base. There's some really cool like red shifty ones. And I think if it's the right tones for me, I'll like it. And with the right eye look. But when I used this one, I think it was the wrong base eye makeup that I did with the purples, and then it just kind of threw off the whole look. So that was more of it on me. That's why I want to give this like a really good solid chance today. I have heard it on some people's favorites list, so I'm just like, okay, well, I did something wrong that day. Let me play again. Let me like really pay attention. And that's the goal of this video, is to like really pay attention to what I'm doing. So now let me take that pumpkin shade and just blend a little bit. So I did notice that there is something that's missing in this palette, and I would say maybe possibly like a lighter transition shade, but as I'm blending this, I'm noticing that it is blending out really nicely if you go in with a really light hand and just dust it on. So you can make it work, but it's something definitely to be noted if this is something that you were considering picking up yourself. Now I'm gonna go in with Cinders, oh Cinderella, and I'm gonna put it down here. Is this a black base too, Fantasy? I guess it's just, it also throws me off. Yeah, it's like a deep plum. It is really pretty, and I think if I, like I said, if I did the right base makeup, I would like it, but it just throws me off because it's so rich for a Cinderella palette. However, it's almost more like the Cinderella live action color story as opposed to like the, you know, animated version. Now that's nice. Okay, I'm liking that. So let's do Sweet Nightingale. Aww, Sweet Nightingale. I love palettes that make me go aww, you know? So it makes me biased for sure, but I love that. So it has the cute little birds in there too that help her make the dress. That shade is so freaking beautiful. It does have like a little shift to it where it looks kind of like aqua teal-y green, and then you have that blue, which is really, really cool. So blue and brown can just make my heart go pitter-patter sometimes. I think it's such a cool combo. Okay, so that's a light hand. It's looking a little bit lighter on the eyes. Let's go in with a second layer. That's better. Yeah, it has this really cool like yellow shift in there. Now that it's on the eyes, that looks really neat. And then I'm gonna gently press it over the matte shade we laid down. I'm sorry if you can hear my heater, but I gotta keep it on. It is freaking freezing. Well, I'm wearing spaghetti straps or tank top, whatever. You're like, oh, duh, you're freezing. But no, I wanted to wear this, okay? So it has been so cold. I'm in Southern California, and it was 38 degrees this morning, which I know if you're in the Midwest or anywhere that it's normal cold and it snows, you're just like, okay, give me a break. It's -10 here. But for us, that's weird. It's like, oh, wow, I was not expecting that. So I got to keep the heater on. I don't know. It's probably like in the upper 40s or 50s now, but it was bizarre. We've had some wacky weather. It'll be like that in the morning when I go to drop off my daughter at school, and then when I go to pick her up, it's like 70, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, I dressed you in sweat leggings and a sweater and boots, and she's like, it's so hot. I like can't win. And I honestly have to do that too. And you know, she's only in first grade, so she oftentimes forgets to like take off her jacket if she's feeling hot, and she's coming out with like her full jacket on from when it was 40 degrees in the morning, and it's like, you don't have to wear that. And I don't know if she's just putting it on when I go to pick her up because it's like one less thing to carry, or if she's like actually wearing it all day. But my poor thing. Take the jacket off. Okay, so, oh, that is a really pretty shade. I do really enjoy that. Doing this cool, shifty thing that you don't expect. You just don't expect it. And I like the unexpected. But I think that's what it is with this palette. It's almost deceiving. Like when you go to actually use it, it just looks a little bit different when you're actually physically using it than it does in the pan. So, you know, keep that in mind. Let's take the shade Wishful. I'm gonna have to use it again after I do my base and everything, but for now, let's just pack it in here and then I'll touch it up later. That's like just a pretty, like little bright shimmery metallic. And then I will be going in and doing just a blend on the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna connect them today, connect the halo. I'm just gonna do a blended brown. I'm gonna skip liner for now. I've been kind of, you know, playing around with not wearing it sometimes, and you know, when I really build up the lash, it just makes my eyes look really big and less closed off without doing the liner, you know? But I still do liner sometimes. I'm not completely not doing it. I'm not in the mood to do it today. I wanna just see how this mascara works. Oh my gosh. So Pacifica Vegan Collagen Fluffy Lash Mascara and the Lash Primer. The tubes are really pretty. They're like, kind of almost feel like glass or like marbling, you know, like little, like the game marbles. That's kind of what it feels like, but I think it's acrylic or something. Could be glass, actually. I don't know. I've never used doesn't that sound like glass? I don't know. I'm scared to drop it either way. So coordinating tubes, really pretty. This pinker one, or pink on top, is the primer, lash primer. So I'm gonna go in with that first. What wand do we got here? Oh, that wand is freaking massive for my tiny little eyes. Oh, wish me luck. I haven't used a lash primer in forever. I used to swear by them. Oh my gosh, you know what my favorite mascara was back in the day? Back in the day before, number one, they discontinued it, and before I went cruelty free. It was from, I think it was Maybelline, but it was a dual-ended mascara, and one side was the primer, one side was it was something XXL, like the XXL mascara. Those took my lashes to the freaking sky. So that's when like I was obsessed with eye primer. When they discontinued that, I was using other eye primers, and I never found one that like gave the same effect as that one did. And it wasn't fibery or anything, but I kind of gave up on lash primers. So I've been kind of wondering, maybe I should try them again, but who am I kidding? My Exhibitionist mascara from CoverGirl, that one does everything it needs to do and more. This wand is still kind of bigger, but it's hourglass, which that's all the mascaras that I ever really love have that hourglass shape to it. These bristles are different. They're kind of like that swirly type of bristle instead of pokey ones. But now I kind of wish I did one eye without the primer. Oh no, I do not like this. I can already tell. It is not fluffy at all. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, nothing that a little fake lash won't cover up, but I don't like this. Okay, great. I really should have done not primer on one side to see if it's the primer that's causing this issue, or if it's just the whole thing, or if it's just the mascara. But I don't like that. It's gonna get so spidery so freaking fast. Dang it. Ah! In what world are these fluffy lashes? And don't be deceived, my lashes are naturally long as it is, but this is not what I would consider a fluffy lash. They look two-pieced together and like that, and that is not what I'm going for. Bummer, 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 bummer. And I also got some on the lash, but I have to make it dry. I have to wait till it dries to take off the mascara that I got on my lid. So while that's drying, I don't want to put my fake lashes on when my mascara is still wet. So let's go in with the face products, okay? I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Pressed Face Powder. This, like I said, came out last month. I got the shade Light 6. It was so hard to find swatches of these. I mean, it is so hard to get powder foundation swatches, so I think that is why, but it just makes things that much more difficult when trying to purchase online or in stores or whatever. I bought a second e.l.f. camo powder foundation, whatever it is, and this shade is all wrong again, and I'm totally having flashbacks of when they e.l.f. launched the camo hydrating concealers where you couldn't find swatches anywhere. It is so hard to find freaking shades in e.l.f. and it makes me so mad. Do they do that on purpose so we buy a million of them? Probably. But anyways, this is the powder. I'm going to pair it with the, let's see, nothing new, but it's the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer because I use the Pretty Fresh foundation from ColourPop already, like the liquid one, and I love how it pairs with this. So I figured it'll probably pair nicely with that too. We'll see. Look at how I'm doing a good job on it. I'm getting low. Rub this in, smooth it out. Okay, and then I also have for concealer, because I need to conceal before I go in with the pressed powder. I used this in the Walmart video. I got it at Walmart and I tried it in the video following. If you didn't know my shop with me's, I do like a shop with me, and then the next video or soon thereafter I try the stuff that I got. So I tried this NYX Bear With Me concealer serum, but I still don't really know how I like it. And I don't know if today will help because I'm using a powder again, and in that video I used the e.l.f. Camo powder, but I want to use it. So we're going to use it. I'm going to use it though, and this is what I decided. I don't know if I used enough product. I'm going to be using the Real Techniques blending brush. It's a correcting brush, but I think they sell it by itself. I don't know. I got it in a kit a long time ago. So I'm going to take some on the back of my hand. The NYX, did I say what it is yet? Bear With Me concealer serum. And I'm going to just be more conscious while I'm applying it because I just really don't know how I feel about it yet. And I'm going to put it on the under eye area all the way up here where I have darkness. I think I don't love the like pump onto the hand when it comes to concealer. I'm so used to doe foot applicators that I'm just like, I don't know. And I feel like this coverage is probably really light and I'm used to just more coverage too. But there's a time and a place for sure. I think because of the, like, this is taking way longer to blend out, I think I'm finding myself not wanting to use it because I'm like, well, I don't have time for that, you know? And it's supposed to be like a light, quick type of concealer. I mean, it doesn't say anything about being quick. I think of it as something that's just like a light, quick day where I'm just throwing on my makeup really quickly. And this right here is just taking too long. So I'm just going to apply this and then switch brushes. I got all these little pimply guys. Also, I'm having like major hormonal breakouts right now because I am almost a year postpartum. My baby's turning a year next month and I'm kind of like, what the heck? Where did this year go? But you know, hormones are raging, that's for sure. I've been having some days for sure. My body's like, okay, what's going on? What are we doing here? And I'm like, I don't even know anymore. Okay, let's just go in with this little flat kabuki and blend that. I did go in with a stronger concealer down here, the Hard Candy Glamouflage, but everywhere else, I've kind of let the concealer sit for a minute and it looks actually pretty nice on the skin. I think that's what it is. I remember that the first time I used it, I thought it looked separated on my nose, but then by the time I was done with my makeup, it totally looked fine. So I think this concealer almost needs a second to set, and maybe I'll just like apply it quicker and then blend it out with the brush. I don't know. It's just the convenience factor, I think, that's throwing me off. It's just not very convenient to use since it's in a pump bottle. Where did it even go now? How do I have this tiny desk on purpose to keep things organized and then I can't find anything. But anyways, yeah, so the convenience I don't like of it, but it is really pretty and I could see myself just throwing this on if I can figure out a way to throw it on faster. And then it would just look nice and kind of refreshed. But let's see how I like it paired with this foundation. Okay, I think what I'll do is what I have been doing. Let me try this puff that comes with it and take off this little mirror sticker. Let's press it on and then I'll go in with a powder brush on the other side to see what a difference it is. I actually don't particularly like this pressed powder, so you know what? I'm gonna change it to this fluffier one. It just feels like papery going on. So you can tell that that's kind of light now, but it's also not, this is picking up more product too. Oh wow, it's very sheer, isn't it? Very sheer. It's just kind of making my skin look powdered, just dry, instead of adding any kind of coverage at all. That's weird. The Camo, the e.l.f. powder foundation I was using, at least like added some glow to my skin and it had a nice medium coverage to it. This is very, very sheer. I wasn't expecting that. I'm used to powder foundations adding some more color than that. Not being, I guess, if I want something this sheer, I want my skin to look glowy and healthy. I don't want it to be sheer and dry. Oh no. Oh no. This isn't a translucent powder, right? It's pressed face powder. I mean, a pressed face powder to me means foundation. Where's the box? Can't find anything. I don't know. I don't freaking know, man. What in the world? Call in the recruits. Hey Siri, look up ColourPop Pretty Fresh Face Powder.
I found this on the web.
This is their description. It's a soft and creamy, no, it's not creamy at all. It's a soft and dry pressed finishing powder that blends effortlessly into skin, giving a healthy, natural looking skin. Light buildable coverage. Buildable? And like a tiny, from like very sheer to like regular sheer. It says buildable coverage is powder can be worn alone or over foundation to set makeup or simply touch up throughout the day. Okay. Light coverage, skin softening feel. No, I don't know. It says more coverage, use the pressed powder puff. I mean, I know if we go in with the powder brush right here, it's going to be like nothing then, which is the case anyways. But yeah, maybe this would work better if you just have your regular foundation and you just want like a little more something. This is just making my skin look freaking dry. That is all this is doing. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. I might be taking this back because I like the new e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation and I like the Tarte Amazonian Clay Powder Foundation. That one's loose. This one, it's like not so much. And by the way, is anybody else finding it so freaking odd that the like skin that's in right now is glowy, hydrated, dewy, no makeup, and all these companies are coming out with powder foundations? Anybody else finding that odd? No? Just me? Because that's freaking weird. I mean, I'm buying them anyways. I'm curious. It's just, you know what it is? We all bought those glowy tinted products and now they're like, okay, now we need to sell them something else. So let's go the total opposite route and let's get people into powders again. That's what they do. That is what they do. That's who creates these trends. Companies create these trends. But anyways, I hate this. This is just doing no favors for me. You know what might help it? Maybe it'll save the day. Maybe some spray. This came with, okay, so there's a deal at Ulta right now if you are looking to buy this. I talked about it on my Insta stories because I just thought it was such a good deal and I honestly didn't see what could go wrong with this powder. But any of the Pretty Fresh ColourPop products, if you purchase through Ulta, either online or curbside pickup, they were throwing in this Pretty Fresh gift with purchase, the HA setting mist. That's a good deal. It's full size. I think it's around $15 normally. So let's see if I'm going to use it after I do my bronzer and stuff too, but it's a hyaluronic acid mist, so maybe it'll help save this a little bit. I'm going to apply it right now. That's a nice, ooh, it has a really nice scent. It's light. It's not like super intense. You know what it kind of smells like? Like a little bit back in the day when I was bad and I would use tanning salons. Listen, we've all been there. We've all done that. There was one of these lotions that like you use in the tanning beds and it kind of smells a tiny bit like that, but like in a good way, like not too beachy. And it's like very much toned down. That's what it smells like. It smells like nostalgia. That's what it smells like. I might keep spraying it. That's nice. I like that spray. Oh, so I like that spray. I like the gift with purchase better than the product that I actually purchased. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll like this more as a setting powder. So I don't want to completely write it off yet. So this video is not answering any of my questions. This is not helping me at all. No, it is. It is in the way that it's like, now I know what to go in with. Don't buy this powder as a foundation unless you have oily skin and you want to jump on that just a barely tint of anything, but you don't like any tinted moisturizers and they're just too greasy for you. I think that's who this would be geared towards. Oily skin that wants that tinted type of look. But if you're dry, honey, no, unless it's gonna be good on top of foundation. So I'll give it one more try that way before I completely write it off. Okay, let's go in now though with some products to kind of like liven up my face. So I have the Cinderella Sigma Cheek Duo and we're gonna try that. This is so pretty. Okay, that has the same like outer carton, same little slippy in there, and look at this. It's so freaking pretty. You have the Cinderella carriage and then them dancing, and they're so cute. La, 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 la. So before I do that though, I do need to do bronzer because I honestly forgot for a moment if that was a bronzer or a blush until just now. Now I remember, okay? So I'm just gonna take my Tarte Park Avenue Princess and warm up the cheeks a little bit, add some depth and dimension back into my skin. Okay, let's go in with the blush first. It's called Ever After. And there's a mirror in here. There's a mirror in the other palette too. Ooh, that's light. A little bit buildable though. I don't like my blushes to be too harsh right out the get-go because then it's harder to diffuse it. But it feels drier, so keep that in mind. It is a matte blush and it just kind of feels dry going on. Although, is that just because my face is so freaking dried out right now? I don't know. Could be that. I'm feeling blushy today. Let's go in. Let's go in full blush. And then let's go in with the highlight called Aglow. I can't stand it. That carriage is so cute. It's a nice like silvery highlight that isn't too silver. Kind of natural looking, which is nice. Yeah, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Basic, but pretty. You know, it's just one of those packaging things that like just make you feel a certain way when you're using it. I think more so. I got to like give my face some more drinks of water here. I don't know though that this is going to save the day. I think I need something else because my face just feels, I don't feel it drying, but it just feels dry. You know what I mean? That's what's going on with that. Okay, I really, really freaking want to try this, okay? The Kaleidos Lip Clay. How did I buy this back on Black Friday and haven't used it yet? I don't know, but I've heard really good things about it. It's like a whipped mousse type of product. Look at this freaking packaging, okay? Look at that. That is so cute. It's a soft matte touch. It is so pretty, and they have like different series. So this is a lavender series, but it's still a nude lippy. This is the shade Bear, and it seems like one you can either just lay it on there, get a lot of pigment, or you can make it kind of blend it out. So I think I'm gonna start with that first. Let's just like kind of make it a blushy lip. Ooh, yeah. Yo, you know what this formula feels like? Like the Bare Minerals Gen Nude lippies that they have, but like a little bit more maybe matte. Those ones are really pretty and super underrated. Ooh, that's pretty. Like a blushy kind of lip. Like a cloud lip. That's what these remind me of when people do this little trend. That's pretty, right? That is pretty. I kind of want to keep it that way, but I also want to experiment and see what it looks like when I fully build it up. That's really pretty. Oh, I will love that on days that I'm just wearing like a little bit. Well, which kind of ended up being that way today. Let's see what it looks like when you do a full swipe though. That's pretty too. I like that. It's a little bit more of like a brown kind of nude, but it's really pretty. And you know what? With the eyes and now the lips and my hair like almost being in like that Cinderella style, just minus the bun, I'm feeling a little Cinderella-y. But I did kind of like it for this look being a little bit softer, so I think I will do that. But now you know, it has a very nice, comfortable, moussey-like texture to it. A bit powdery feeling in a nice way. My whole face is powder, which is so bizarre for my dry skin. Oh, let me tell you. Ooh, I like it like that, actually. Kind of with my clean side of my powder puff. That's kind of nice. Ooh, I like that, actually. It's like tinted. It like left a tint to my skin. Like a stain. That's what the word I'm looking for. Like a stain. And then I could like throw a gloss on later. That's pretty. Do I want to bother with lashes today? Honestly, I'm honestly just kind of mad that that mascara didn't work out because I didn't want to have to wear lashes today. Not that I have to, but like that's a whole different look now. Oh, I have to do it. I have to do it. Okay, so I'm going to use these Tarte ones that I've had forever and didn't use. The Tarte Tarteist Pro. This is Goddess. I have the Goddess lashes. Let me throw those on really quickly and let's summarize. Okay. That is that. Yes, I think that lashes saved the day in this case because I really didn't like how that mascara worked out. Didn't want to do one, but I'm glad that I did. So that is the basket of stuff that I've been hoarding and not using for no particular reason other than there was like not a certain video that I could like put them in. It was like too late to do the Sigma Cinderella review, and then same thing like with the just the powder foundation, whatever the heck this is. So combine it all, make it fun, come hang out. I hope that was fun. I feel like I like this. I like the Kaleidos Lip Clay a lot. I'm still indifferent about the Sigma palette, to be honest. Like if I were to recommend it or not, it's just if it's something that you like to collect or you like really enjoy how the colors just look different on than they do in the pan. I don't like to play that kind of guessing game when it comes to my eyeshadow. I like to know what I'm getting into. And this is just a little bit of a guessing game when I go to use it. Like I just feel like this, even the blue, it still looks really pretty, but it looks lighter than it did when I swatched it. The mattes, everything blended nice, so the quality is really good. It's just an unusual experience, I guess, and I'm just not expecting that. And then the mascara I hated too, so I don't want to talk about that. This, while it smells really nice, it's not really doing much for my skin, so I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase that at all. So some duds. We got some duds, but we got some goodies too. And these lashes are kind of the dark horse. So these Goddess lashes from Tarte, they've been out forever, and I wasn't expecting to love them this much, but I really like the style. I think that they're really pretty. So there is that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. It seriously means so much to me that you take time out of your day to come and chat and hang out. I gotta go turn on some Love is Blind because I got hooked into the second season. It is so funny. Like the show, I just crack up. I don't know, just some of the funniest stuff happens in that show. Like the guy, no spoilers, but the guy that keeps like, it's the wrong girl each time. I'm not gonna say who, but it's so funny. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe before you leave if you haven't yet. And if you're already subscribed, make sure your bells are tapped on, a little bell. When you go down the subscribe button, there's a little bell. You can put on like how many notifications that you want and all that. And then also follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. On Insta stories, I try to update you guys when I post a new video because YouTube is really bad about letting you guys know when I post videos. So I'll update you guys at least on Insta stories so that way you know. But I gotta go. I am gonna see you guys later, and I hope that you have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy day. Bye.